Thursday, October 8, 2020. Dear Internet users, glad to know you're watching this new edition of the Press Review on GDC Plus TV. We open with the Post Weekender, which tells us that power changes hands at Pamol as Solomon Tapeyambile replaces Chief Mekanya. The paper writes that the 52-year-old director of the Technical Services Department of the Cameroon Development Corporation (CDC) was appointed on Wednesday, October 7, by the Board of Directors of PAMOL to take over from Chief Mekanya as General Manager. The Post adds that, according to a report of the meeting that was chaired by Governor Bernardo Kalia of the Southwest Region, Tapeya's appointment was made following proposals from the Presidency of the Republic. He will be assisted by Donatus Asu. For more on this, read page 3 of the Post Weekender, published this Thursday, October 8, 2020. We stay with the Post to revisit the key issues of the one-year-old Major National Dialogue. According to the paper, it was a laudable initiative with high-sounding resolutions but chaotic implementation. The paper is of the opinion that it's time to discard political rhetoric and rescue Cameroon. From the Post, we move on to the Guardian Post newspaper. The paper carries as main headline news, Dr. Formunyo weeps for death of democracy in Africa, cites Cameroon among countries where democracy is backsliding, urges international community to help Africa chase out long-serving leaders from power, and tears sit-tight leaders to shreds. The paper says the Senior Associate and Regional Director for Central and West Africa of the US-based National Democratic Institute made his opinion known during a presentation at the Democratic Backsliding in Sub-Saharan Africa House Affairs Committee, Subcommittee on Africa, Global Health, Global Human Rights and International Organizations recently. For more on his presentation, grab a copy of today's edition of the Guardian Post and read page 3. In one of its sub-headline news, the Guardian Post tells us that the court has rejected the motion to free Maurice Kamto from house arrest. According to the story by Deng Eric in Yaoundé, the lead counsel of the team of lawyers of opposition politician Professor Maurice Kamto, Barrister Hippolyte Meli, said the request they tabled before the Yaoundé Court of First Instance was rejected. The story continues on page 5. We now talk back to school with the Voice Weekender, the bi-weekly headlines on Dr. Fu Callistus' Scholarship Award ceremony to outstanding students of the Ndonga Mantun Division in the Northwest region of Cameroon. The award began Wednesday, October 7 in the Misaje subdivision. It will continue today in Ako and then tomorrow in Du. The Voice Weekender equally writes on the National Clean Town competition that ended up with Limbe emerging as the cleanest city in Cameroon. The award was handed over to the Limbe City Mayor Andrew Muntanga Munjimba Monday, October 5, during a ceremony to commemorate the 34th edition of the World Habitat Day in Douala, chaired by Minister Celestine Kecha-Cortez. Le Gideon newspaper picks up the same story and says Limbe grabs Cleanest City Award prize worth francs 150 million. In other news, the paper mentions the creation of recreational centers for medical and psychological care for seniors with details in today's edition. We end this press review with the Horizon newspaper. It headlines, after announcing candidacy for Sonacam top job, Dr. Ate Bazor's fundraising campaign begins. The fund, the paper tells us, is for a must-win by one of theirs at the Cameroon Copyright Corporation, better known by its French acronym SONACAM, during its elective General Assembly scheduled for October 24. Details on page 4. And it is on that artistic note that we put an end to today's edition of the Press Review on GDC Plus TV. A big thank you for watching. The next edition comes up on Tuesday.